Dude.
Down tempo. That was an era of music. Down tempo music. I kind of glad that shit like disappeared. Like, I don't know, dude. I'll never forget. Me and my friend Eric booked a all down tempo show, and I love the band, and the guys in the band are amazing. The band Filth, they're awesome, but like they're blowing up now, which is sick. But at the time, we booked a show at Sinbad's Hookah Lounge in Riverside, and Filth and the Destitute and a bunch of down tempo bands, like all the bands sounded the exact same.
Just fucking low and slow, like a barbecue,
God.
dude.
Like, bam, dun dun. Bam! You know what I mean? Like, you can never predict it. So, for someone who like moshing and shit, I'm like, okay, let's go. You know, like, I can never predict it, you know? Like, but it's crazy. I just wasn't a huge fan of it, but people did their thing, so.
Walking Blind is hosted by overly emotional dudes who overthink and overanalyze everything. Nothing the hosts say should be taken as medical advice or opinion. They're not professionals. They're about to make that very clear.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Walking Blind podcast. This is episode 104 of the show where we like to normalize checking in on the homies. I'm Mike. That is also Mike. And this week in studio, we got our boy, Mr. David Pierce of Ceasefire Productions.
What's up? What up?
Yeah, nice.
Thanks for having me.
We should.
I know we need the clap thing.
A little soundboard.
Yeah. We should just film this in front of a live audience.
Yeah. That would be cool too.
One
man.
day,
do that every once
dude.
in a while. People would eat that up. I'll
Live
book it.
show. We'd get canceled.
Dude.
I'll book it. I'll book it. Let's go.
All right. Yeah, dude. Finally, we talked about this. We talked about this a while ago.
A couple years now.
Dang.
Well, time's flying. So that was 2019, 2020. I think when we did the whole no bragging rights thing.
Oh yeah, dude.
That's when we originally talked about possibly going into doing an interview. Like shortly after that.
Yeah.
Right?
Are you talking about Tough Love?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was shortly after that. He's like, we should get you on a thing. I was like,
Yeah.
Dude.
stoked.
Dude, that's right. Because that show came together. We were already doing the podcast at that point in time.
You were.
I think so.
We
Yeah.
we were kind of just getting off our feet, and then we're like, oh look, No Bragging Rights is coming back. And then you threw Torch Culture on there, which was sick too.
Yeah.
So
That was both our. Well, that wasn't your first show, but that was.
we played a few shows. We played a few shows. Yeah.
Because I know you guys played like a bar in Riverside or something like
Yeah.
that, right? Or like a
Yeah,
little
we had played
tavern.
Crowley's, and then we had played
Oh
Northern
yes.
Alliance.
No, yeah, that's right.
I try to keep track.
Yeah.
That was your second Southern California show.
Yeah, second SoCal show.
MBR's first show, period, in like, what was it, like 6 years, 7 years, something
Wow.
ridiculous. So thank you, man.
Yeah, of course.
Dude, that was
We had a lot of help on that one. Shout out to Justin Ybarra.
Yeah, man.
Crazy. Did a lot of work for that one.
Dude,
That was a fun show, dude.
That was a really
fun.
cool show, and dude, you guys like, I'm pretty sure I was like saying this a lot that night, but you guys did. I felt you guys did such a good job on like how you ran the show, making sure all the bands were like taken care of and everyone was cool. The show ran well. Like I don't know, I felt like it was like a good experience, and like at least for speaking for MBR, like it was a cool show to come back to.
That's cool. I like to hear. That's all I want on a city here, because it did pretty well. That show did pretty well. We didn't lose money. All bands got paid. Plane tickets got paid. All that stuff. That's great. I was surprised, man, because like a lot of shows like ended up happening that night. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Yeah.
But like a few shows like popped up out of nowhere, like LA, and I'm looking through the list of like people, and there's so many people that didn't even come.
Wasn't there
They like bought tickets and didn't come.
Wasn't there
like
like
not
an
like
Amir show?
overwhelming enough? Dude, there was I believe SOS Booking at the time was doing like a big Zabalba show, I believe it was. AFI was playing that night.
That's right. Yeah.
There was a couple other I think you're right, probably Amir or something
I think
like that.
Amir was in town that night,
So
too.
overall that was amazing for that much competition in that little area.
Yeah.
That was cool. Miss you guys already. I'm bummed I missed the San Diego show.
Oh man, that was like we were just saying. It was crazy, man. I'm stoked that we got invited on, and it's like one of those shows where I get to just be like a fan, even though it was definitely Mike's.
That was,
Those are Mike's bands.
I was so stoked.
Yeah.
But
But yeah, dude, that tough love coming together was I was, and we don't have to talk about this too long, but I was really
Yeah, no, it's
impressed
cool.
with like the fact that like a lot of times when you have big kind of festivals like that where you have multiple stages, a lot of things tend to get lost in the mix, or like things just kind of get
chaotic.
like super chaotic. But the fact that and I've always thought that venue was kind of weird, just the way it was set up. But the fact that it was weird really worked out for that show.
Yeah.
Just being able to shift back and forth. So
Yeah, it works when there's backlines.
yeah.
When there's
Yeah.
backlining gear, it really works there. It's difficult when it's not, because then you got gear coming here and there. And of course, there's still bands that wanted to bring all their own equipment.
Yeah.
That was fun. Shout out to you guys.
That's usually how it goes. Somebody wants.
But yeah, no,
right tone.
it's cool, man. And we try to, me personally, I just like want shows to go smooth. You know what I mean? Go smooth and have band. Like the one thing about shows like that is you got to keep it going.
Yeah.
Because if you let bands or people lag, they will. And then all of a sudden it's like 1 a.m. and you're trying to get through the headliner and you're like, oh shit, you know? But
And then back then you were working like with a partner or with multiple partners.
I was working
Right.
with Justin Ybarra. We were as Corrupted Booking. I've been Corrupted Booking for years, since like 2011 or 2012 or something like that is when I established that. That was backed with, that was pretty much based with like a crew backing. You know, I came from the crew upbringing and stuff. I'm no longer in any of that stuff, so I thought that, you know, like I'm going to take this on myself, rebrand. And so earlier this year, just rebranded as Ceasefire, you know, like kind of stop the bullshit, you know, Ceasefire. Like,
Right.
Cool.
Come on, let's work together and just get shit done.
Yeah,
Kind of
sure.
what I'm about lately.
Love it.
And so, and ever since then, like pretty much Ceasefire has been, other than you also play drums in a band,
Yep.
but Ceasefire has been like the main focus of what you're doing, or
Yeah, right now it is. You know, like I put a lot of effort into my band, Out of Chaos. I play drums for them. We're trying to do stuff, you know, new merch, you know, play new shows, do a little couple of runs. We got a couple announcements coming on this next year.
Okay.
So we're pretty stoked about that, getting to play with some bands outside of California.
yeah,
Nice.
So that's really awesome, because every time we leave California, it's like the best time ever. Like, what the fuck, you know? So, but yeah, no, Ceasefire is really something that I want to focus on this year, you know, and I do have help now with Ceasefire as well. Shout out to Brandon. He's in Slumped.
okay,
Oh, cool.
He's the vocalist of Slumped.
sick.
So he's going to be running the Ceasefire with me, doing certain things with me. So
That's awesome, man.
yeah, let's try to keep the scene alive, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I-
that's what we're trying to do.
and I saw one of the comments that you left on one of the Cold View clips. We were talking about like the IE, you know, coming up or whatever, and IE being back on the map.
Yeah,
and you're like,
yeah.
You motherfuckers just weren't there. This shit was still going.
That's me, bro. I sometimes I can't hold my tongue. Hey, if any of you guys know me, that's just how I am. That was no shade, by the way.
No, yeah, for sure.
I
I
was
took that
laughing
as
about
all
it.
love, but
It was, you know, it's just like kind of like gatekeeping almost. No, it was still cool. I was around, you know. Where were you at? You know,
It was
But
here.
yeah.
yeah, that's me, bro. I just try to. I speak with my mind sometimes. It rubs people the wrong way, but hey,
Dude,
at least I'm consistent.
I love it. I
Yeah.
saw it and I was like, fuck yeah, dude. Like, this is sick.
I was selling out fucking backyard shows back then. I don't know what you're talking about. That's all I heard in my head when I was in there. I was like, all right, cool. Like, but obviously, you know, different people go through different things, different
Yeah,
eras and stuff, so it's understandable.
I love. I'm happy. I'm happy that it's this resurgence has been rad, dude. Freaking, you went
Bro.
freaking viral.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
dude.
I fucking knew that was going to be talked about. Right? It had to be, right? I had to be.
man.
And that's okay. I thought, it went viral for sure, yeah. And I'm not going to lie, it kind of took off after that. Like a lot of more like IE bands going a little bit viral, you know, some mosh pit pages popping up
Yeah.
and things like that.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool, man. It was a rad experience. No, I did not get paid a single dime for none of that. I get paid asked that all the time, you know, for real.
I didn't make
Like,
shit.
no, like I think I actually posted on one of my profiles that is monetized.
Yeah.
And then it blocked me. It was like something like rights or something like that. You cannot. This video cannot be monetized. And I'm like, I can't like comprehend that shit sometimes.
Yeah.
So I don't dive in and like try to make money on it. I'm just like, okay, cool. I got the red flag. You know, it is what it is.
Dude, I am in a constant fight with like the Walking Blind YouTube page. Anytime like we post no bragging rights, burner state, like anything that we're involved with, they're always like, nope, you don't own this content. I'm like, motherfucker,
Yeah,
we're in these
It's
bands.
my band. I just posted about that the other day on Facebook. I made a TikTok finally for my band
Yeah.
and posted the first video flagged. Dogma is you do not have the rights of Dogma. I'm like, we fucking wrote this.
You're
What
like,
do you mean?
we
And then
are.
my friend recorded it. What do you mean?
Yeah.
You know, so I'm trying to figure that out too. I don't get it.
So what it is that like it doesn't, it's with things like that, because this actually happens on the Torture Culture page every time.
okay.
When you distribute your music with like a CD Baby or like one of
DistroKid,
those like
stuff like
DistroKids, technically they hold the rights,
Right.
to the distribution.
Right.
So when you post it on your page, they're saying like, hey, we're claiming this as ours, which in the end like routes back to you guys because
Right.
it's yours.
Yeah.
But it's like there's a weird disconnect where with like YouTube and the streaming platforms, you should be able to be like, yeah, I distributed my music through them, so I should still be allowed
Yeah,
to
like,
do this.
Maybe when
right?
you upload it, what audio are you using?
Right.
And you should be able to do that.
Right. Like I should be able to be like, I wrote these lyrics, so I can post it on my channel. Like even the music video we just dropped for Torture Culture is flagged right now.
Oh shit.
But it's like it doesn't affect anything. Like it doesn't stop it from playing.
Yeah.
But
Right.
like it's just annoying to see.
To see
like,
it, the red
yeah.
little, you know.
Yeah.
My band just got flagged. We kind of thought it was going to happen because there's like police brutality footage and stuff in our little video that we made. But it got like taken down and I disputed it and then it got taken down again and I disputed it again and then they said it was okay. But I had to put like this big old clause thing in the description that states like, we're not inciting violence. We literally are like we had to.
It's like like journalism.
Yeah, and we had to. And then even when we did that, it made it to where if you didn't have an account and if you weren't, I believe, 18 or older or 21 and up, you couldn't watch it. I was like, It's not that brutal.
Yeah.
You know, so like
I mean,
the censorship's wild right now.
Yeah.
yeah, dude. I
don't know.
What I love
Crazy.
about it is it reminded me of like punk rock, like old punk rock videos that
Yeah.
like UK bombs and stuff, and like
yeah. But literally, it's like a little montage mixed with like a little bit. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you're telling me that's more than like what Pennywise has put in their videos in the
Thank
90s.
you. Yeah.
Like
But I think a big part of that too is like these aren't people that are flagging it. It's all done through like algorithms and
Right.
you know,
Computer and
computers
everything,
and
yeah.
stuff. So like by the third time you disputed it, somebody finally looked
They
at
did.
it and went, "Oh, okay, I get what you're saying." But the first two times it was a computer going, "Nope, fuck you." You know what I mean?
A lot of times people give up after the first time,
Yeah.
though. You're like, oh, screw
Yeah.
this. I'm not going to dispute it.
Yeah. So
No big deal. You know, it is
there
what it is.
also is something kind of cool about like
having a flag.
well, not a club, but just like a warning, a warning before you watch this. You know what I mean? Like
Well,
like
we
a parental
literally had to
advisory.
Put that
Yeah.
like a thing at the beginning of our clip, like warning. This is or explicit content. Viewer discretion advised, or whatever the hell we put.
Kinda cool.
Can't remember what we put at the time, but yeah, we did do that.
It's kind of cool.
We should
It's cool, right? We thought it was cool.
I think it's kinda cool.
Mixed feelings, like we shouldn't have to,
Right.
but like if we do, it's cool. It's like, oh, cool. Like this almost looks like ooh. Like sit on your seats. Like,
Yeah.
where are we gonna sit
Yeah.
right now?
Brace yourselves.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna put warnings in front of everything, just so that
We
like,
should put parental advisory,
Dude,
in front
if-
of our
it'd be
podcast.
like warning: the
You
following
should.
video.
Right there, like a CD cover almost, like on the right cover at the bottom.
Do like warning: the following video may cause seizures, and it'll just be the most calm fucking like we're just chilling in a room.
Having everybody on the edge of their seat.
Yeah,
waiting
everybody's
for
like,
it.
when's that?
Waiting for it.
Every now and then, kind of look off camera, like something's about to happen.
That'd be so sick.
Yeah, I enjoyed it for what. Like I said, it reminded me of a cool like '90s like punk rock vibe with the clips intermixed in it and stuff.
Yeah.
Almost-
I mean, that's pretty cool. I mean, the two people that edited it at the time, which was my old bass player and his wife, they like did edit it. They kind of come from that background, so it might make sense. Why it maybe came out that way.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
And did you play in bands before Out of Chaos?
Yeah. Throughout the years, dude. I grew up in like the Arizona hardcore scene.
Okay.
Like I've been all throughout like Arizona, Southern California, throughout like growing up, like through foster cares and foster system and stuff like that. But I did out here, Signal to Invade, like years ago.
Okay.
The Wheelhouse
Yeah,
days out there. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah.
Corona,
Yeah.
Pipe Dreams, and all that shit.
Dude, yeah, man.
I feel like we played with Signal to Invade.
Probably did.
way
bro.
back then.
Yeah, 100%. And so I came at the end of that, and then I did a Raw Dog a few years later. I was in Raw Dog. I was the lead for Raw Dog. We did some cool shit. Just like
Oh, I
members.
thought you were saying
from
you
all
raw
kids-
dogged a few years
That
ago.
too. I mean, I have a kid.
You know, I was like, all right, yeah, cool. Let's talk about your son.
I do have a kid. I was in the band when I had that kid. So, like, when you make your whole band, your band name, your whole personality.
Yeah.
Dude.
We don't just sing about it. We
Yeah.
are about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
This is the
after,
realest
after
shit
that,
ever.
and then I'm just doing Out of Chaos, and then just been booking ever since like 8th grade throughout my whole life, pretty much.
What so I'm always interested with people who want to put on shows. What got you into wanting to do booking, and how'd you even start?
Dude, that's a crazy story. I was out in Arizona. I'll never forget. Pretty much it was the first show. Like, that was like metal, you know, or like hardcore metal punk, you know. And I was a kid. I was probably like 6th grade, 7th grade, I think, in Arizona. And they had this place called Bullhead City. It was called the Rec Center. And every Friday, Saturday, there were shows. You know, it's just where you went for a concert.
Yeah.
And I saw this band, Hemlock. It's like, I don't know if you've ever seen them. Like, they almost remind you of like a more metally Hatebreed.
Okay.
Like, the vocalist has like these big ass dreadlocks that go to the floor, right? Well, I'll never forget, like, they brought like a light show and like all this stuff, and his dreads were like going like crazy, like in formation with the band, you know?
Yeah.
I'll never forget that. And ever since I was like, dude, this is sick. Like, just seeing a whole group of people. And like, I got like turned into that side of music before the like being in bands.
Yeah.
Right.
I really did. I was like the kid that like, hey, can I have a backyard show? You know, like, could we have a Halloween party and show in the backyard? Sure, let's do
Sick.
it. You know, that's what I was doing. So, and then after that, I got into like playing music and stuff. But
And that
show did that for me.
that scene that you came from, was that like a small scene where everybody like knew each other pretty much, or was it a
Yeah, it was pretty small. It was pretty small, but then it like grew into something pretty big, like, because the area itself is kind of like by itself, but then there's like Kingman, Arizona around there, like Havasu, and that's where like the bigger scenes were.
Right,
But they would
right.
come, like, I remember seeing like Sleeping Giant and Impending Doom in a church basement. Everyone
right.
from like all of Arizona came to see that, you know, like,
sounds right.
you know, so, but it came to our town, you know, and yeah, like it was a smaller little thing, but you know, I don't know how some of these bands even like wanted to play Bullhead City.
Yeah.
Like, I used to see like Knights of the Abyss. I used to see like Underneath the Gun, like, you know, those type of bands
Yeah.
and shit. Like back then, like, it's crazy. Like, Sublime came through our town once. It's like, what the fuck is Sublime doing here? You know, like, why do you want to play in Bullhead City? But
Dude, I don't think I've ever said this on a podcast before, and I'm probably gonna get so much hate for this, but Sublime never really did it for me. A couple songs that I get, bangers, but
are they really bangers though?
maybe they're just good vibes.
Right?
I don't know, yeah.
That's okay to say,
Yeah.
man. I agree. I kind of agree with you, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say they're like trash or anything, but
They're good at what they do. I guess
know?
it was never.
That meme, and I can play the guitar like a motherfucking right, and it's like a
Yeah.
for real though, you're supposed to like just shred right there, and he just does this little note.
Like, really? That's what you did?
yeah.
But like, dude, it's like they're so big though. Those
So
songs are played everywhere.
Yeah.
You know.
I think. I mean, I don't want to be like, oh, because of because he died, but it was like kind of it brings attention to it, and I remember from my experience with Sublime, it was like when I was like still getting into like punk rock and ska, and like they incorporated that and like a little bit of like reggae too,
Yeah.
in a weird way.
Yeah.
So
But they
Yeah.
didn't go too reggae with it, right? Like they kind
No.
of left it like mellow for the regular listeners.
Yeah.
yeah,
You know.
it was very very accessible. I feel like
I
for
feel
that
like that's
time, too.
probably and it was so rebellious because it was stoner culture.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In a time when stoner culture was not okay. Yeah.
crazy to think.
Almost like a Steve Miller band kind of
Yeah.
like way. They weren't
Yeah.
the greatest band, but they got some.
But you
tunes,
know what?
though.
Yeah.
Like, don't I say that all the time? Like, damn, sometimes I feel like I grew up in the wrong era of music
Yeah.
because like all my friends shred and they like better than most musicians were back then. Like, I feel like they are sometimes. Like, dang, dude, so competitive now. So many people have so much like drive to like make it in music.
Yeah.
So,
Dude, the game has changed, man. I see all these kids playing guitar that are so good, and I'm like, how did you
Get a life.
Yeah. Say something for the rest of us. But it's like, dude, YouTube and the internet.
Yeah.
Like,
dude, YouTube is not fair.
it's not, huh?
It's not fair, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Learn how to do this. Like, learn how to play Dragon Force on the guitar. Okay.
yeah, it's
36 days later, like fucking, and you're doing it and you go viral and your fucking music's off. Like, whoa.
I from watching bands play, you'd see something like, okay, that's how he does that. Okay, like a pull off. I don't know what a pull off was.
Yeah.
And then seeing like a band do it, I'm like,
come on, Mike, you knew.
not in the early days, dude.
That was an era, huh? Pull-offs? Pull-off music.
But I don't know. It's just like anything you want to learn, you had to like either see it in person or like
Somebody had
find
to teach you.
someone had to teach you, or you had to go like find some like I don't know, a music book, which nothing.
There was
music.
some like some really shitty like tabs back then. Like maybe you
Yeah.
could get on the
Yeah.
internet. Maybe
Yeah.
I remember that, but.
Yeah.
I agree though, bro. I've seen some of these, like my band, or like I've even booked a couple of these bands. Like, I try to be fair, bro. I see like some kids begging me for shows, dude.
Yeah.
Damn, like crazy sometimes on Ceasefire, and I can't put them all on.
Yeah.
I just can't do it, But like I do, like kind of try to do it sometimes. Like, okay, these kids like are pretty consistent. Let's put them on.
give
Put
them a
them on,
chance.
and then I'm like, wait, better than my fucking band, dude.
But that's
Not-
huge,
Not,
though.
not really, but you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, damn, give them a couple of years, bro, and who knows what they could do.
That's-
Like,
It's huge because we need people like that are willing to give like the youth a chance, right?
Yeah.
And it not be like a you have to earn this type thing. Like, no, just like come,
yeah, I'll
Here's-
say,
here's
man,
your
that's
shot.
like the worst part of the music, like the little clicks and the scenes and stuff. The worst part, I hate it. I hate it so much. Like certain bands don't play with certain promoters because they're not part of this crowd or whatever.
Yeah.
Can't stand it.
Yeah.
But that's why I'm here, I guess,
Good.
And I'm not the only one, dude. I see a lot of good promoters out here right now, like out in Riverside. A bunch of LA promoters starting to come out here. I don't know if you guys have seen that, and starting to throw shows out here a lot more. So
Well, I mean, we just had Zabalba and
yeah,
that show.
Yeah.
Pretty much
Yeah.
LA bands.
that was a SOS
as a
booking.
SOS show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Nothing Less booking's been coming out here a little bit. So that's cool. There's a big shows, man. The IE deserves some shows like that,
Now
Like,
we
it's
just-
hard to get those shows, bro. Like I hope they notice. Like there was one time where I was throwing shows like that a lot on a consistent basis, but it like cost a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like especially like they go, oh, you're in the IE. Oh, you're like split between SD and like LA. You're getting taxed.
Yeah.
I swear. Like LA got that for 1100. Why am I getting it for 19? You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like it happens, bro. It's a tough one.
Do you think that would change if we had a venue like a showcase again?
It would.
Because I can only imagine that people are like, well, if we have to route out there, it's not in the eyes of somebody that's not here, it's not a big market, right? So
There's no big name venues.
Right.
Like really, like you have to tell a band they play at the Nas Center, then they'll be stoked.
That's but that's
Not
insane,
right? Yeah.
That's so like
exactly.
yeah.
That's my point, though. And I was like, fuck. So I think it really would make a change if we had a solid venue.
Yeah.
Like I know people have talked about it, but like it could have been a little bit bigger and the setup could have been a little bit different. But like a place like NPS, I don't know if you guys remember that place. Perfect place, man. Like kind of iffy on it was like a recording studio and stuff like that. I'm like, oh shit, how are people gonna act in here?
Not right.
So what happened with MPS?
Dude, so shout out to NDVR. I'll say that because he's the one who brought MPS to like fruition out here. Like he's the one who did it. And then we had some shows, sold out almost every show there. Like it was wild, and all that. And there's this I feel really crappy because I don't remember his name. I want to say his name's Pete or Peter. He passed away. He was older, big, heavyset guy at MPS that sat in the office a lot.
The guy that would rent out the
Yes.
like cables and.
He was the understanding one in the bunch.
Yeah.
That was like, let them do their thing. They're
He was
not
the
going to
nice.
burn the
There was
place
one
down.
nice dude and one dude that was like always upset that people.
And I think the upset guy was like the owner, and he's always stressed out, you know. And so when he left, I believe they wanted to start like charging more money, and then it didn't even become that. It just became him going, "No, you can't do it, and if you can, it can only be like these type of bands and stuff." And so we just kind of it went,
Yeah.
Oh, damn it! But some good shows there. I know Inland Hardcore had a couple banger shows there too. NDVR. We threw shows there. A couple other places. Desoectomy threw a couple shows there as a band. So, shout out to MPS, man. That was a cool place.
And were you involved with the baseline at all?
No,
No.
it was not. That was 5-7 and Inland Hardcore.
Okay.
That was all them. Yeah, that wasn't me. I was doing I was trying to scope out like places on the other side of the IE at the time. Like, cause like come from like the Murrieta, Temecula, Menifee, Hemet,
Right.
you know, like Moval, like that side of the IE, and there's like nothing out there. You know,
Right.
I just find I actually found a spot there recently. I'm pretty stoked. I'm gonna start announcing some shows out in Marietta.
We'll keep it quiet for now.
Dude,
but,
nice.
You know.
Yeah, so I'm pretty
Oh
stoked
yeah,
on
that's
that.
sick.
I was doing ZPA. I don't know if you ever saw that. We did that for a little bit.
Where's ZP?
It was 0 Point Fitness. It was like a CrossFit like indoor gym that we threw shows in. a few times.
Interesting.
It was really sick.
Wait,
The
wait,
owner
wait.
was super tight.
Where was that at?
That was in Ukaipa,
Oh, okay.
right down the street from the Paradigm.
Oh,
Because
okay.
I knew, and I remember throwing shows out at the Paradigm back in the day, and it was always cool. Like, wait, your venue's out in Ukaipa? Yeah, let's throw shows out there. You know,
Dude.
I remember a lot of things back in that Paradigm days.
Dude, where was I was trying to think. There was a spot in Temecula back in the day.
The vault.
The Vault.
The vault.
There was the vault, but there was another spot that was almost like a storage unit.
Galindo's.
Was it Galindo's?
Galindo's. Shout out to Galindo's.
Oh yeah.
He had
Go-
two.
dude.
He one shut down. He had another one.
Yeah,
Galindo's too.
that I remember playing like some crazy ass
Dude,
show,
best
and I was
shows,
like, "What
dude.
the fuck is happening?"
Dude, that's when like Betrayals was coming through, and like I think Thick as Blood. Death Before Dishonor came through back then. That was good times. I actually almost forgot about Galindo's, man.
Dude,
My band played at Galindo's once. That was cool.
And then shit, what happened to, was it Boompa's Pizza? Was that in Moreno Valley?
Boompa's Pizza.
It was
I
like
remember that one.
It was like a pizza shop, but there was a little venue on the side of this pizza shop. I think it was in
Was it
Mobile.
Monster Pizza in Hemet?
No.
Okay, because there's a lot of shows in that place too.
Schooners.
Scooters that right down the street.
Yeah.
They used-
Sharkies.
Yeah.
Sharkies was a thing too. Yeah, good times, dude.
We got to find a spot, man. We got to find
We
a
really
spot.
do. We really do.
Something
Like-
about pizza and venues. There was a spot where like the police department is and the ice skating ring is by events.
My events, yeah.
Across the street was Capone's.
Yeah.
They used to do shows there like when I was in high school.
You're right. Pizza places were always like a thing, huh?
Yeah.
Like pizza, like go to a pizza place, ask them if you could throw a show,
Yeah,
and they
Yeah.
would say
And it was
yes.
just
Because they
down.
knew it would bring kids in to
Yeah.
eat pizza.
Yeah,
That's true.
straight up. And it would, bro. Like as a promoter, sometimes if I was, if it was a good day at the door,
Yeah.
I would buy all bands 2-3 pizzas each. Like boom. That alone is great for a business.
Yeah.
Oh, I just sold 12 pizzas in like an hour. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Hear me out, though.
Oh shit.
Hear me out, though. I want to bring back the days of skate park shows, right? We get a skate park, and then we fucking set up in the half pipe
Yes.
and have the shows in a fucking skate park.
I think they're coming back, bro.
Dude.
What's the one in Paris? Wasn't there one in Paris that did that?
Dude, there was one in Hemet.
Or Hemet?
Even since we were kids, played it, and a couple other bands. They just opened a new skate park there, and it's funny because my buddy was showing me a picture. Like, look, dude, this crazy shit was going on at the skate park, and I was like, oh yeah, it's a concert. He's like, they should do that more often. You know how many people were out there? There was like literally like, like if my guess like realistically like a good 100 kids at the skate park, dude.
Dude, sick.
Watching those bands.
Dude,
And I was like, that is really cool.
That's what we need.
Yeah.
I think that's the move. We find a spot, we build a little skate park, it pays for itself during the day, we have shows at night.
Yeah.
Right?
Not a bad idea.
Dude, why?
Like,
how's that not a thing? I mean, I know it
kinda
has been a
is.
thing. I know it has been a
It's
thing.
been a thing, but like
Desert Skate Ranch, or right, Desert Skate Ranch, I believe it's called. My band played there. It's literally on the way to like fucking nowhere, dude. It's like on the way to Arizona, like, and it's literally in the middle of fucking nowhere. You're going, you're like, where the hell am I? There's no houses, and all of a sudden you see like this house, and you go in the backyard and this big ass like pool, you know, all like a skate park.
it's all outdoor.
Yeah, all outdoor. And they have the bands play like under the awning, and then all the skaters do all their shit and stuff.
Dude,
There
where's
was a-
this at?
This is in honestly, they like shut down the shows, but then they like reopened recently. I think it's called Desert Skate Ranch. I don't know the city it was called, but it's fucking far, dude. Our car broke down that day, dude. Our band car broke down on the way back and shit. Like, we had AAA though. So.
Damn, I gotta check this out because we
Desert Skate Ranch.
we have a little skate punk project,
Okay.
and that
You guys
hope-
skate?
No.
he rollerblades.
Yeah, dude.
You did?
You know,
I used to. I mean,
I used to skate
you
a
know,
lot.
in the 90s,
Yeah.
before the joke came out. Right?
Right? No fucking A, dude. Oh my god.
That joke, dude, single-handedly just like ended. Ended rollerblading.
It did though.
But I could skate well enough in case I need to like follow in my friends with the camera.
Yeah.
Like,
It's an important job.
yeah.
I could skate well enough in like old school like bowls and pipes and stuff like that, but I was never really like a good street skater.
Right. Yeah. I could like, I think I'm like more with you. Like I could like cruise with like, if you like a group of 6 of us go like ride down Long Beach, I could like cruise and like keep
Yeah.
up. But I'm not doing like 360 flips off. The
No.
You know what I mean? Backside board slides and shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Like I can.
I bruised my shit up and broke too many ankles and then gave that shit up, dude. You know, like that was rough. Skateboarding's rough.
Dude, I used to, my excuse for not skateboarding was because of music. I didn't want to like hurt my hands when I played guitar.
Yeah, I was telling Mike, I was like, dude, I think I'm gonna start skateboarding again. Like just kind of like a kind of BS way to like get back in shape. And he's like, what about your hands?
Yeah.
What if you fall? I was like, fuck.
The money makers, dude. If you fall, you better,
Just let my face take it.
yeah, just turn on your
Dude,
back.
It's like when my band played Tough Love. We opened earlier that day. The night before that, we had the pre-show at the fucking Rockefellers.
Yeah.
That popped the fuck off, by the way.
Yeah.
Nuts. And I was moshing, getting into it and shit. I think for 97 minutes because this is when they first started popping off and shit.
Yeah.
And I fucking up my hand, right? I'm like, oh, no. I fucked up my hand. I had to have a brace. And all my band members were like, that's cool, bro. Yeah, you broke your hand. You know, we play a set tomorrow. I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm a drummer now. Like, I forgot. Because that was like my first show as a drummer, pretty much. I was like, oh, my God. I forgot.
No.
So dude, that was a bad set. That was a rough one for me. Because my hand really did hurt. That
I
set.
remember that.
But they're like, we can't drop. I'm like, I know. Don't worry. I'll play.
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
I'll
figure it out.
Like Def Leppard can do it, so can I.
You hear the heavy, bro. You just go crazy. You know?
Dude,
Still, as an old ass man, I'm still doing it.
love it. I have a theory on good promoters. They either promoters good if they either look like they've never been to a show ever, or they mosh.
Yeah. Yeah.
You mosh.
I do much.
I feel like I've seen you mosh harder for Torture Culture, and I say that with Jesse in this room, than anybody I've ever seen mosh for Torture Culture. And I was like, all right.
You got the
Tell me some
approval.
shit,
You
man.
got the approval.
Because he's skinny.
No, it's just, I had to like chill, and I have chilled, obviously, the fuck, because I'm not trying to fight no one, bro. I'll be honest with everyone, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking, I ain't trying to fight no more, bro. I could fucking fight, but I ain't trying to fight. And it's like, I did all that shit before, so I'm just trying to be your friend. If I'm hitting you in the pit and say it's not personal, bro,
Yeah.
it never is, hit me back.
Yeah.
As stupid as that sounds to some people that are probably listening, hit me back, dude. Like, I go, yeah! Like, I'm all, yeah, heck yeah, someone hit me back. Sometimes it puts me in check. Like, cause I get a little too comfortable, and then I get like slapped real quick, and I'm like, oh shit, okay. I'm not 20 anymore.
Bring it back to reality again.
Yeah, like, cause dude.
Well, dude, like I've had to, the video freaking that went viral.
Yeah.
Like even with that, when I see that or that people ask about it, don't know about the scene, I'm like, I'm pretty sure they all know each other.
Yeah, they're all friends.
Like,
we all did.
Yeah.
Except the guy who body slammed me. I didn't know him, and I think I saw him like at a show at MPS like a month later.
Yeah.
And I was like looking at him like, are you the fellow body slammed me in that video? He's all, yeah, that's me. I was like, what's up, bro? You good? I was like, yeah, I'm good. I'm like, all right, cool. Because I never got the chance to even talk to him, so I didn't know if he really got mad or nothing. But it was all, that was good.
But see, that right there is the key, right? Like, we're all here for this. We're all here. Like we always say, people think that we don't like the violence. It's not it.
Yeah.
We just,
Common
you want to be part of
misconception.
it.
Yeah.
Right? You have to be involved. And like, I don't give, like, if I'm out there, I don't give a shit if I get hit. I don't give a shit if I get punched. Like, I'm not going to start a fight over this.
There's levels to it.
Yeah.
Like, if someone's actually like,
If somebody's
squaring
coming
up,
up, yeah, that's a
trying to
different
fight
story.
you, it's like, oh, come on, bro. Like, that's a whole different question, But I don't see that recently. That is one thing it's getting better.
I have noticed that. Yeah, it's not as crazy as it was.
Like these
before.
kids will grab like a fucking pole, like
Yeah.
a stop sign, hit you with it, and they're like, yeah, instead of getting mad. Like, I saw it in Vegas. I think it was for Uprise damn it, I'm so sorry. I think it's Uprising Productions in Las Vegas. Shout out to you guys. But like crazy ass videos of people like jumping off roofs in like trailers and shit, like with their pants on fire and shit. What the fuck is going on, dude? Like, I thought we were crazy when we were younger. Like, they're like,
It's like some backyard wrestling shit.
it is.
Like, yeah.
That's exactly the same vibe I got when we went to Yuma. We played in Yuma with Slumped and Prisoners, and by far Out of Chaos's best show. And like, dude, they had like fire pits. They started like firecracker pits and shit in the pit and stuff, like all kinds of crazy shit, dude.
That's
Running
so
through
sick.
it. One girl sat in it, like thought that it was a good idea. So like everyone was like grabbing her out of it, I'm like, all right.
Dude.
They're just in the zone, they're having so much fun.
It's
More power to you, I guess.
It's so punk rock. It's punk rock. It's like grimy punk rock, which I
grimy
fucking
punk rock,
love.
Yeah.
I love it.
I don't give a fuck
Yeah.
about anything right now. you
Yeah.
know? So that part I could still totally back, dude.
And going back to a little bit about how like, trash cans and stuff like that. It's not new to the scene.
No,
like,
no, it's not.
it's just we didn't have as many cameras back then.
That's
Exactly.
true.
Yeah.
That's so true.
Like a lot
That's
of-
a big thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The camera is a big thing.
Camera.
If some shit was filmed, you know what I mean? It'd all go viral.
Thank God we didn't have
yeah.
cameras back then.
Dude, like, oh my God. Like, you start saying like things like back in my day,
Yep.
It's like that's
We're the-
that's
we're
the
that-
age I'm
we're
at.
them.
That's
Yeah,
the
we're
age
those
I'm at.
dudes.
I am, like I really am. Like, how old are you?
I'm 36.
36?
40.
34. So I'm turning 35, and so like we're pretty much in the same age group. So I feel like I'm like right there. I catch myself saying that shit to like these younger bands that I book.
Yeah.
With Ceasefire. I'm like, oh yeah, back in my day. Fuck. Like, if I start saying that, I'm not like the cool guy no more.
But it I mean, it is a distinction because like these were shows that like those kids couldn't have been around at.
Right.
Just
literally.
like
They just weren't around.
it. Oh, man, I've gone to
There's a lot for
shows.
words.
I've gone to shows where we had to use MapQuest.
Right.
Dude,
Fucking
printed
Yeah,
I
MapQuest
remember
directions.
MapQuest, dude. We're showing our age for sure.
I remember you guys getting like a fucking Garmin or something
Yeah,
and
it was
being
like
like,
a fucking game changer.
lucky.
Yeah, I felt
Damn, they
rich.
could afford one of those.
Yeah,
They
dude.
were like $500.
Yeah.
Or $600 for a brand new one. I remember.
I remember still being I was still in high school, and for like our spring break, we booked and we had booked like just up north. We did like 3 shows up in Northern California, and like it was such a it was so stressful, like getting the MapQuest to be like to like a hotel that we were staying at that we had to get our parents to like help us like sign on, and then like and then like figuring out from the hotel, you know what I mean, just like
And if you detour,
process
you got to
of it.
find your way back
Yeah.
to the route.
You
yeah.
actually have to find it. There's no guidance at all, dude.
We had like a little map on the side too, just in case. Like,
I feel like we were smarter back then in some ways.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, because sometimes, like, if I get lost in the city and shit, This thing, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I depend on
just
that.
immediately
GPS.
turn it
Bam.
on.
Yep.
I'm good. You know, but before, like you just said, you had to find your way back. You know,
Dude, half the time I'm using my maps for somewhere I've been a million times.
Yeah.
you
Like
just have it.
I just out of habit because they're like, oh, it's gonna tell me if there's a shorter route or if there's traffic or if I can avoid some shit, right?
Waze lets you know, at least lets you know if there's cops.
It does, right?
Yeah. That's
Waze-
why I like Waze.
Waze?
Yeah.
And you can change the voices, can't you?
Unless you have Morgan Freeman.
With the,
Yeah.
Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
I'm down with him talking to me, you know? Like, that's cool. Get Denzel on that or something.
Dude,
Yeah, we're
old.
old. Yeah.
Back in the like Jesse's.
That was it. I was literally about to say
Quiet
it.
in the room.
This
I
is
was literally about to say it.
this is how old I remember there being like compasses on the dashboard of cars.
Yeah.
where you
Like
could
the
see
PC
whether
Cruiser
it
was
was
like the
going
last
north
one that
or
had it.
whatever.
Dude.
Yep. Oh, shit,
Sick.
dude. The compass, man. Fucking A.
What are we doing with our lives?
I remember when I saw the North Star.
Even like something. I mean, I appreciate it as an adult now. Like you know, like buy pre-sales and you can buy stuff ahead of time. But like, dude, back then, even for like, I remember for AFI, you could still like when they come to the glass house or something, you could probably get tickets to have. Like even if it's sold out, you could still probably go early and maybe get a ticket, or they'd open up, you know, sell a couple more at the door. Like Showcase Theater, like I don't think I ever bought pre-sale for like a show.
Really?
Dude, get this, Jesse. Have you ever had to go to a record store to buy a ticket for a concert?
Yeah.
Like through Ticketmaster?
Yeah.
What was that show?
It was a Christian show. Yeah.
I remember having to go to like record
Warehouse.
stores. Like, Warehouse Music.
Warehouse Music, man, the mall for me.
Yep.
I think I did that in Pomona a few times for like some SOS booking shows back in the day. And it's like pick up at PBW.
Yeah.
Pick up your ticket, or I pick up at the record store across the
the
street, or right down the street.
Dude, you'd show up like a week before a show and buy tickets like for the chain show in 2 weeks or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And then if you fucking lost those bitches,
You're
that was
screwed.
it.
No confirmation number or nothing, bro.
That's it.
It's so true.
I don't know if this is still a thing. If it is, then I guess I haven't been privy to this stuff. But like, I loved when I don't know if you guys were ever into Rufio back in the day, but like I remember for one of their albums.
I loved Hook.
For one, because you were in it. Because you were in it.
What?
Dude, I had the red mohawk for a while.
Did you?
Oh yeah.
Oh shit, that's great.
But I remember they did like for one of their albums, like you had to go buy it at what was it? Was it Virgin? Was that in Ontario Mills? Whatever music store was in Ontario Mills for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like you went, you bought it, and then like the first however many people you buy it, you get a wristband, and the wristband got you into the show,
That's
like into
cool,
the CD release show.
Yeah. You can't do shit like that now. It'd be like chaos of people trying to like buy a bunch of
can't
them and
we?
resell them, or
We should just
Yeah. Oh, you're right, huh?
you know.
Yeah, the resale.
Like
Yeah.
the resale thing is crazy, bro. Like,
Dude.
and it's kind of creeping into like the metal scene and shit a little bit. I'm noticing that. I mean, it means it's growing. You know, you get bands like I didn't ever think like Knock Loose and like Hatebreed and like all these bands that are just so big, you know, and like when people see them, they're like, I like that band. They've never like even been interested in our music at all,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know. But now they're a fan, you know. It's like I see it a lot lately, dude.
I like
Fucking
to
wild, man.
I like to think and hope that like the kids that find a band like Knock Loose, like I hope they follow that string and they find the, you know.
Yeah.
But and I think that like there's also this like young like artists or actors and actresses are like, you know, becoming like prominent, right? Like for example, like Margot Robbie, right? Then she goes out there and talks about how like, oh, I was a fan of Bullet for My Valentine, right? Even fucking Barbie's a fan of Bullet for My Valentine, and then that just opens up this door for metal and hardcore, dude. Like, and
I see it a lot lately.
Yeah,
Like more often, you know.
it's sick. It's kind of rad.
Who was it? My gosh. Billie Eilish did it recently with one of my favorite metalcore bands, It Dies Today.
Yeah.
Like an album that I like. Their one album, like the one album I still jam. It's like on my like replays, like shit.
The
you know?
Caleb
And so
Choir or whatever.
Yes,
it was.
when I seen that, I was like, "What? No way!"
What did you think of their new single when they came back?
I don't think I heard it. I didn't
This
even
year.
know. I swear
This
I didn't
year.
know. I did
Oh, we're
not
gonna
know.
jam it after this.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's pretty
solid?
good. It's heavy.
That's cool. I didn't know that. See, like now they're wanting to come back and do stuff and.
Well, dude, I think that also having festivals like Furnace Fest and shit like that like brought like, oh, guess who's coming back? I think Haste the Day came back this year.
Yeah. Zayo came
Zayo
back in the last couple years.
Yeah. Just all these bands that were like, and also once again might be a product of COVID. Everybody's sitting around and being like, hey, let's do this again, right? But having those festivals where these bands are making big comebacks, you're like, oh fuck, like this is sick.
Or like when you have bands playing like Knock Loose again, playing fucking Coachella. It's a big thing. It's a big deal. You know, a lot of people hate on it and shit, but it's like can't really hate on that.
Dude, I remember
You can't hate on that really.
You're giving a band like that. You're giving like I don't know a nice way to say it, but like normies like an opportunity to hear
yeah.
music performed by musicians.
Yeah.
Dude,
That's why they're so mind blown sometimes by it, I feel like.
Yeah.
Like, did you feel that?
Yeah.
Yes, I did feel that. You know?
Feel that shit?
I want to hit someone.
For real.
Do it.
Dude, I like
Loud noises.
even just at this last weekend at the Zabalba show, that band Upon Stone played, and their guitar players were fucking shreddy, right? And so like I'm watching this band play, I'm like, okay, sick. You know, these dudes are up there in fucking leather jackets and like X-shaped guitars, like fucking just like, doing the most, right? And I'm watching like, Riverside, not a huge like shreddy metal area, but there's one or two kids in the crowd that are just like
In awe.
like young kids in awe, and I'm like, fuck yeah, for those kids, this is huge for them.
He's
Seeing
probably
these
gonna
dudes
pick up a
shred,
guitar tomorrow.
yeah,
Like,
it's
for
so
real.
sick. It's so sick.
Yeah. I mean, it's contagious, man. That's how it was for me. Saw those bands, and instantly I'm like hitting up my friends, like, yo, you guys want to start a band? Oh, you want me to be in four bands?
Four?
Okay, let's do it. You know? That's crazy.
Dude, yeah, I remember back in 2010 being on Warped Tour and somebody talking about like the Devil Wears Prada becoming a career metal band and how mind blowing that was.
Yeah.
Just the fact that like, hey, here's a band that's like super like catchy, but also super heavy at times, and like just has this crazy blend, and they're making a living off of this.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And
They
everybody,
got really big.
yeah, they got huge.
Yeah.
They got huge.
Huge.
But and now it's like we're starting to see that again. Like more and more bands are like people are picking up on this, and it's sick. Like it only benefits, for the most part, it only benefits the rest of our scene.
It
right?
does.
Because we,
Yeah.
it's more eyes, it's more listening, listeners.
Yeah, you get like bands like Body Snatcher, that just put in so much work for, the years, and then they just fucking, bam, all of a sudden, finally someone notices them.
Yeah.
And it's like, there you go. Here, let's take it off. Like those guys work hard. And I always think of that from like a band that I've watched literally from like here up. Is like so proud of them because they're like so good. They keep progressing. Their sound keeps getting interesting. Like it's wild. A lot of props to those guys.
Oh yeah.
I always think of that when it's and Knock Loose.
Yeah.
I remember like I had them on Tough Love 4, I think it was. Had them booked, and then something happened with like my partner and like didn't make a payment or something like that to them. I forgot what it was. Long story short, they couldn't play. So they ended up playing a garage in Wildemar.
Whoa.
What?
The last time I saw Knock Loose was a garage in
Holy
Wildemar.
shit.
Dude.
Yeah. I think it's on YouTube somewhere. That was great.
That rules.
Insane show, by the way. But yeah. Seeing him in a garage, you'll never see Knock Loose
You'll never.
in a
Yeah.
garage again.
When is that gonna happen again?
Never. Same thing with Body Snatcher. You're probably not, unless you're the homie watching them practice.
Right.
You're probably not
Yeah.
going to see him like that, So yeah, it's really cool to see when bands really like stick to it and make it,
It's hard, man. It's tough to stick it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of right place, right time, or holding on long enough, like you said, to get that
Right.
someone to notice you and push you, or you know,
almost
or
like older bands to like almost phase out, so like a new generation comes up.
yeah.
Kind of thing, you know.
well, it's like, you know, I guess different, but not. I don't know. If I'm trying to word this, but like, for instance, like a band like Shai Hulud. Like Shai Hulud did a lot, and then when they faded out, then like a band like 100th comes on, and people are like, oh, like this new sound. It's like, no, it's not new.
Speaking of 100th, what a wild transition.
Oh, I know, dude.
Wild transition.
Yeah, that's why I remember booking them at the Wheelhouse in 2000. I want to say like 2010, 2011, when they were a little heavier.
Yeah.
It was before their transition to like, like
out of nowhere.
I don't know what they did really, but they did something.
What a ballsy move for like this band that was like heavy, melodic, you know, hardcore type stuff to just be like, cool, we're gonna do this like experimental rock shit now.
Kind of like Turnstile out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Didn't they like kind of come out and
They were always kind of weird, right?
They put a couple
always,
songs that were kind of like that and kind of eased people into it, but they come from a hardcore background. You know, hardcore kids. They like, you know, random people come. Like, have you heard of this band or this band Turnstile? This isn't the Turnstile I know. Great music, by the way. I actually dig their new stuff.
Me too.
I don't know. It's like an unpopular opinion. I kind of like their new stuff more than what they were doing before.
Dude. Yeah.
I really do.
I felt like I didn't get it. I didn't get early Turnstile.
Right.
Like for me, I was just like,
Nothing stood out too much for me. Like they, you know, like I'd rather listen to TUI.
Yeah.
Than Turnstile, you know, personally. But, you know, shout out to that band, dude.
Baltimore.
Man, it's so good, bro. So bad, so good. I would love to like book them. That'd be cool.
My girlfriend got in the car, and we're talking, and then like it's one of those things that like I had to snap out of it. It was like, are they saying Chaplin Rise? She's like, yeah. I was like, right on.
Hell yeah. Okay, cool.
Right on.
Sick.
It's one of those things, man.
Dude, so all right, I kind of want to turn this a little bit. If you could book, like, what's your dream lineup right now for you to book a show?
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah.
I was like, you know, me. That's funny. That's a hard one, bro. But
I know this has got to be a tough one.
That's a really hard one. But I've had this conversation with many people, like, especially like my last partner, Justin Ibarra, will laugh at this if he watches it and shit. It's like weird hours, bro.
Yeah.
Hours counting. Like, hey, let's just like dream a little bit. Let's like see how big we can go. You know, like and we sent out these fucking emails, bro. We did,
dude.
bro.
Hey,
and we got responses from a lot of them. We like at 1 year we were like, okay, let's get fucking Hatebreed, TUI, Straight from the Path, fucking Ghost Inside. Like, let's just go ham, you know, like and shit like that. And then we're like, oh shit. $50,000 later, you can't do that. You know, like there's no way I could personally do that. But Hatebreed is absolutely the band that I would have to say I can't keep them off that list. You know, if I was able to book a Hatebreed, I would just be like, cool. I'm cool. I'm like, I don't want to do nothing else.
Whoever else wants to put this show cool.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Right on, bro. You know, like, yeah, like a Hatebreed a lineup, dude. It'd probably be like a Hatebreed, probably an unpopular opinion, but First Blood would have to be on there just because I love them so much.
Sick.
And then it would probably be like I have to put TUI on that one. If we're sticking like hardcore, we're kind of sticking hardcore, you know. Shit, dude. Like I would honestly, it would be really fucking cool to book Slipknot. I mean, and you know what I mean? Just like, you could literally tell anybody in the world that booked Slipknot. They're like, what the fuck? Like, their eyes like, really? You know, like, just to say that? Like, I booked Hatebreed and Slipknot at the same show.
Fuck.
Yeah. Like, whatever. And, like, I know it's, like, not the craziest thing, you know? Like, it's actually kind of doable. It really is. It just depends on, like, contracts and money and shit. But it's, like, that'd be fucking cool, dude. That would be super dope.
I wonder what that guarantee would look like.
I mean,
just
and I can't.
Slipknot.
Well, I can't take Throwdown off of that because Throwdown's been a band I've been trying to book forever too, like year by year.
Like early Throwdown.
Early Throwdown.
Aren't those dudes back in a?
They are Beyond Repair. They're back, but like I'm talking like just Throwdown as the name Throwdown. That band. I remember one year we were like, we'll give you $9,000. We said that. I mean, just like we'll give you $9,000 or $8,000, $9,000 to play, and they replied and they said no thanks. I was like, fuck, you know. And then like,
where? Like to play where?
It was Tough Love. It was a Tough Love show.
Oh
like,
shit!
Like we asked TUI ones, they just replied, they're like, no thanks. You know, it's it's fucking. I was like
Crazy.
$9,000, bro. I was like, let's do it. Let's just fucking do it. Yeah. That guaranteed has to be.
It has to be massive.
And then we asked Winds of Plague a couple years. The year we wanted Winds of Plague on that year with you guys in Evergreen Terrace.
Oh, okay.
originally, and they respect to them, bro. I'm not even throwing shade. Dude replies to us and goes, like something along the lines of like, "Why would we book a show with you guys when we could book it ourselves, sell it out, and make like $3,000 or something like that?" I was like, "Fuck."
Fair.
Touche, bro. Like,
They're like, well, let me
Fair.
know when you guys
Yeah.
do it because I'd like
Yeah.
to come watch.
I'd like to be in attendance for this
at the
show.
time, I was like, well, fuck, man. You know, like, I don't make
It always
$3,000.
hurts at least a little bit. When
Yeah,
it's, you
it
know,
does. And
when
I
it's
want to be
you.
like, I don't make $3,000 when I book you guys. What the fuck? What am I doing wrong? No.
Well, it's one of those random bands that I'm like, oh yeah, no bragger. I just toured with Winds of Plague.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's,
And played with Hatebreed.
Nah.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Dude. So when you said Hatebreed,
Very
I was
cool.
kind of laughing because
Very cool.
Mike and I, our hope was to try to see if we can get Jamie Josta just to. I wanted at least just do like a quick mental health check, just something. Try to get him on the pod. And then when I was asking about him and like when he would be there, it's like we loaded in, was like super early, whatever, and it's like yeah. So I saw the Hatebreed, like I heard I saw their vehicle. So is Jamie? Is he come in? Whatever. They're like, you think Jamie's here? Like he won't be here till like way later.
Oh, shit. Like that?
Yeah, I was
Really?
like, that makes sense.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I get that.
You know, it'd be a cool cool like band for you guys to like, just because I want to like hear like about them, is that band that pulls up in a bus
Oh,
that goes to shows.
dude, what's their name? I saw them.
You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, I saw them play after I saw Metallica with my dad.
And I saw
they
them-
were playing in the parking lot.
They hustle, dude. They hustle, bro.
Yeah.
They have like the tour dates.
Oh, like they had
Hemograph.
They pull up.
their vehicle is a
hemorrhage.
stage, right?
Yeah, something like that. What?
Like their vehicle is
Yeah,
a
they
stage.
It's
just
a
pull
stage.
up, open their doors, and jam.
Fuck, that's so sick.
Be sick, dude.
I feel like I've seen them twice.
They pulled up after Beyond Repair at the Indecision Fest.
Dang.
I feel like it's
Indecision Dirty. They
is it
pulled up right
Hemorrhage
after. I was
thing?
like, oh shit,
Hemorrhage.
right? It's something like that.
They did
Something like
sound
that.
for Jake. I know the guy.
Man, feel bad, but I'm pretty sure people know what we're talking about when it
Yeah.
comes to that band because they've made their little.
Dude,
They're
let's
happening.
reach out to them. I'll reach
Really?
out to 'em.
It'd be
Dude.
cool, bro.
Fucking bring 'em out.
cool.
Where are they even from?
They're from, I think, Orange County, if I'm not mistaken. Either OC or LA. They're from Southern California, though.
So sick.
I think-
Just pull up in a van and do your show.
Yeah. Well, isn't that kind of what you guys want to do with the band? What a concept.
What a cool concept. You know,
They freaking beat us, dude. They have a whole freaking.
we're heavy too, but in a different way.
Yeah.
they have a stage and everything.
No, I think that's the way, though, right there. That could really do something. You know, reach different bands, different people, different promoters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think so, man. I think it's.
Go donate to that GoFundMe.
Yeah, hit that GoFundMe.
Hit that GoFundMe for show. Link in the bio.
Yeah, we updates for that. We actually are gonna be able to start making some repairs on that
Yeah,
Sick.
already with some of the donations.
yeah.
Thank
we've-
you guys.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. for
Very
that.
cool.
Oh my.
It's been me donating
As different people.
They're doing a Breaking Bad, dude, like fluctuating like,
Yeah.
money in different names and shit.
Yeah.
One person.
Yeah, I had told these dudes like my biggest stress is like, what if we release this and nobody donates? And then we were like, we'll just start seeing like payments made by me, like, because you can set the GoFundMe to cash out daily. So I'll just put 100 in, have it cash me out, and then put another 100.
Put it back in the next day. Oh god! Dude. Imagine that.
So, yeah, yeah.
No, but yeah, I saw people donating and stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, it's honestly, like, I know we set like this insanely lofty goal, but like the people that have donated and supported, I'm like fucking blown away.
Yeah.
And like, even like, we've had a couple of people that have reached out to us outside of the GoFundMe, like, hey,
Right.
here, let's do it this way, which is
Sometimes the better way to
Yeah,
do it,
which
you
is
know?
cool too. Like,
There's some fees and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Obviously. Okay.
yeah,
They gotta have a little piece of it,
yeah.
you know.
But it's like, even like I was telling Mike, even now at this point, like, if we just raise enough to like get the van back on the road, which we're very, very close to.
That'd be a blessing.
Sick.
Yeah.
I'm totally happy.
Just
with
go and just set up, like, I don't know.
it. Yeah.
Get it.
Yeah. We'll make it work.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. But yeah, that's the show to go to though. 'Cause how would it have been? You're at your show and you have an hour to kill.
What was that?
I said, how rad would it have been if you just at one of your shows, you had an hour to kill, we show up in our van,
I'd be love that. So
invite
much.
you into our van.
I love that so much.
We open the door slowly.
Sounds like something I've seen before.
It's a bowl of candy.
Dude, we should keep a bowl of candy in the van at all times.
That's the new intro to that episode. To see their reaction when you ask them for the candy.
Our luck though, because our luck would be like we get pulled over.
Yeah.
And you have a bowl of candy and like,
We can explain that.
We
That we can explain. We can explain that. That's that was a joke.
is just we do this thing where we do mental health checks.
Speaking of,
mental health check.
yeah, dude, you already know. Mental health checks where we like to check in weekly, see where we're at mentally. That way, if we're going well, what are we doing that's helping us, or what's going on in our life that is keeping us right. And if we're not, maybe what's going on in our life, or what's something that we're probably neglecting to do that is keeping us in a funk. So who wants to go first?
You go first, Mike.
Me?
Yeah. You made me do the intro.
Well played.
Sure.
Well played.
Fair. Mentally, I'm doing pretty well. I feel like even though this weekend I didn't really get to do any of my coping mechanisms as far as like singing. Like singing for me is like my best way to keep me good. But it was just I had a good weekend. I felt like my what's it called, my social meter was a little depleted just from meeting people as it goes, but at the same time I'm also like appreciating it, I guess, more like I'm starting to see like an art to like being social. I feel like there's an art to it.
Yeah.
It's only taken you 40 years to figure this out.
Hey,
Like-
man.
Like, I don't know, like I say this, but like my girlfriend's like super extrovert, super people person. Like she like loves to be around people, and like I've never been that. Like I like small groups and stuff,
Yeah.
but
Your circle.
yeah. And so with her, it's been, I've met so many people through her. Like she just knows like everybody and everyone, so many people.
You're like, oh my god, I can't remember their name.
People.
Yeah, dude.
Like,
It's and like it's the point where like I literally will get tired sometimes. I'm like just like fatigued from it.
yeah.
But
Every time you guys post pictures, I look at your eyes just to see if you've lost a little bit of the light yet or not.
dude, I think part of it just like it was time changes, and we had sushi, but we went and hung out at one of her friend's house, and I just like knocked out. I was just, but mentally I feel like I'm doing well. I think I'm as I'm saying this, I know it's going to totally change, but it feels like at the end of the year, like things kind of slow down, and I'm hoping that's a thing. Hoping that really does happen. Please, but
Please.
but yeah, I feel like mentally I'm doing well, man. I feel like oh, you know what? I did have music with me. I didn't sing, but I did some writing this weekend, and we're throwing back music stuff. But that stuff usually keeps me good. But Dave, where you at? Where you at mentally?
Me, pretty good overall. I honestly think I'm good. It really like not slowing down for me. It's kind of getting like crazy for me because the holidays and stuff. My son's birthday's tomorrow,
Oh,
Yeah, dude.
so we have his birthday tomorrow, and then you have his party on this Sunday, and then we got Christmas coming up.
Yeah.
I try not to like stress me out, but it's like I come from a place where like I didn't really get much presents and stuff like that, and when I did, it was never like anything special from people that I loved. So it's like I feel like I gotta go extra crazy for my kids sometimes for shit like that. So that's kind of where I'm at mentally. I'm just trying to like get this whole next couple of weeks lined up for him, you know, and my family. But other than that, I mean, you know, daily stuff, man. I've been starting to do pools, you know, like cleaning pools and stuff as work.
Yeah.
So I'm like doing a little business with that. So that's been cool. It's been slowing down a little bit. So that's a little stressful, you know, when your schedule gets interrupted a little bit. You know, I also homeschool my son. So I'm his teacher. So it's like that is like an everyday thing.
Dude, that's
a big endeavor, man.
never. But that's awesome though, man.
Yeah, I homeschool him. You know, that mentally can be hard sometimes because sometimes I gotta put myself in check. Like, yo, I'm not the dad. I'm the parent, or I'm the teacher, right?
Yeah.
I would have so much anxiety. I would be like, I don't want this kid to be as dumb as I am.
Thank you.
Like, I need you to be smarter
That's
than me.
why I have to put things in check. You know, that's why I gotta put and for that reason too, I also enrolled him into like this like learning center.
Oh,
So
cool.
like every couple of days, like 2 days a week, he goes to a learning center, kind of like kindergarten in a way, to like hang out with kids and, you know, experience stuff and
That's
get some
cool.
frustrations out on some other kids
Yeah.
and stuff. So yeah, mentally I'm good, man. I like better than I was like in past years during Christmas. I feel like I'm starting to like get a grip on like what I gotta do with this dad thing, you know, and like
Cool.
to build the family and all that. So
What kind of stuff is your kid into?
my kid,
Moshing.
dude, you know what, man? He like, you know, he does his little thing, but he's I love my son, man. He likes right now he's super into like beatboxing. He's
Beatboxing.
very good at beatboxing.
Interesting.
Whoa.
Like, I'll post a video eventually of him doing it and stuff. But he'll do like he'll like come up to me and like, hey dad, watch me do this without me moving my mouth. I'm like, oh shit! Like his lips were barely moving. I'm like, I can't do that,
Dude, what?
Like so
That's
he's
so cool.
super into it. And his new thing is like he does the beatboxing, but he dances with it. But it's like it's funny.
It's the kid. It's the little
Bro,
kid dancing. Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like, it's like like with like little faces and shit. I'm like, what the hell?
That's
you know,
so
like,
sick.
but I'm like, cool, do your thing. You know, you love
Yeah.
it. So I've tried to take him to a couple shows. The it's too noisy for him.
yeah.
He really, even if I put the headphones on and stuff, he really doesn't enjoy it yet. But like if my band practices at our house or something, then he'll like come outside and watch us and stuff.
That's cool.
But it becomes a little overwhelming for him for
Yeah.
the shows.
Dude, wait, so he's 5, turning 6?
Yeah, he's turning 6.
Dude,
He's fucking, like,
beatboxing already?
bro, oh,
That's sick.
dude. Like, he had his friend Aiden over the other day, and he's, like, almost 8, right? Like, almost 8, and my son's taller than him.
Dang.
Like, so, like, whenever he goes places, everyone thinks he's older.
Well, you're a
You
tall
know?
dude, so
Yeah,
it kinda
yeah.
makes
And so, it's tripping me out, bro. Like, I'm like, I see him, and I'm, like, kind of, like, you know, like, stern with him. I'm like, he's only 5.
sense.
He looks like a fucking 9-year-old, but
Yeah.
he's 5, you know? So, yeah. That's a whole mental thing, man. It's like if I didn't have my son, I feel like the whole getting a grasp on the mental thing would be a lot harder for me. And I know some people like somehow say that it's harder to have a kid, but I feel like the kid really like keeps you, you know,
And
like in check. Like I can't just act out. I can't just do things, you know, anymore. I got my son.
And I'm sure coming from the background that you did too, it's
Yeah.
like, I wanna give him a different life. I wanna provide for him in a different way.
100%, man. Like he'll complain about some stuff sometimes, bro. And I can't not say it. Sometimes I'm like, you don't even understand.
Yeah.
Like you're crying over that you didn't get more Oreos right now. Like, you know, like sorry, but I didn't get Oreos for like the first like 10 years of my life, bro. Like, you know, like I had to actually explain to him because he had a really bad outburst. And first time I got really personal with my son like that, I said, you know, when I grew up in some of these foster homes and stuff, they would legitimately put locks on the cabinets and the fridges. That is real.
yeah.
You know, imagine that, son. You know, hate to put like that type of guilt on him or something. He goes, yeah, I like the way you do it. That's what he said. I like the way you do it better. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
so it's like that whole thing is definitely want to try to do a little extra for him.
Yeah,
you know,
for
do
sure.
a little extra because of that shit. Like for me too, sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
give him that big old Pokemon plushie, bro, because he loves it. You know? Like, I wish I had that as a kid. You know, but it fulfills it. You know, it really brightens up my day when he smiles. So
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm pretty good.
Good, man. Mike, where you at?
I've been good, man. I've been it's been a change of pace because I've been like back in the office, so like my little vacation of working out of here is over. But other than that, like it's things have been like moving like pretty positively, and I want to keep riding that wave. I'm a little nervous about like the Torch Culture show coming back on Friday and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
But we're so when this episode drops, the day that this drops, it's we're playing in Pomona with like Lionheart, Desmadre, These Streets.
Yeah, I'll be at that one.
Yeah, so it'll be cool. Like if you're listening to this early, come out. We're playing early.
Yeah.
But it's cool. It'll be a nice way to like kind of dust off the old singing voice, and go. But
Like riding a bike.
Have you been practicing?
yeah.
Okay.
Well,
That's rough as a vocal.
Well, I've been doing my cardio with my elevation mask and rapping it, but tomorrow we're practicing as a full band at Steve's Lockout, so we'll be there, kind of pulling an all nighter to just everybody
Putting
get
in
dialed
work.
in.
Yeah, putting the work in.
Because Steve's been on tour with Voodoo,
Right.
and he just got back, so now we can actually sit down as a full band. But it'll be fine.
Voodoo
Voodoo
vocals.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, other than that, man, I've been good, man. I'm just like keep my head down, working, and then, keep on keeping on.
Keeping on. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't even know you guys were really getting added to that. That was pretty sick. I saw that. I was like, oh, I honestly didn't know that they were a band still.
Dude.
I'm a promoter. I'm a promoter, so I'm like, wait, is this a band I can hit up now for shows?
Hey, dude.
Hey, you and
Same.
the
Right?
Torch
You and me. You and me both.
You and the band members.
Like that, huh?
Yeah, I kind of talked about it on the last episode. The way it came together was Jake hit us up and was like, hey, I was talking to Lionheart dudes. I think I booked us a show. And we're like, we haven't been in the same room in a year. Like we've all seen each other. We've all hung out. But as a band, we haven't been together. And that was just like, okay, are we going to do this? Are we going to do it for real? Are we going to write a new record?
Right.
That's kind of part of why we put a music video out and stuff. Like,
Loved it, by the way.
we're still here.
Sick
Dude,
video.
thank you, man. That's sick.
Fucking, man. The lighting and everything is so dope in
Yeah.
that video.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And now it's like, okay, we did the video, kind of letting people know we're still here, and then we're gonna play this show, and then we'll see what happens from here. Like I think this time around we'll have a completely different approach to things. Like we want to play more, we want to write more, we want to just be more involved, right?
Yeah. Like in the scene itself.
Yeah. And because I think that's we're all coming back with a different headspace now, and I think it's just like, hey, if we're gonna do this, let's do it. And,
Yeah.
have a good
Not
time.
like a sporadic show every once in a while.
Yeah,
Just like write a record
yeah, and that's the thing. Like I think everybody's schedule is just so crazy. Like Jake's busy as fuck, Steve's busy as fuck, Dan's busy as fuck. I'm doing this,
Dude, being a
So
get like a band.
yeah.
People don't understand how much hard work
Dude,
it is to
it's-
like keep people.
It's so hard to get everybody into the same room.
Yeah,
like, just to,
oh man, for periods of time, long periods of time, that's tough.
yeah.
It's really tough.
So I think that if anything, this show's gonna be fun. It'll be a good ass time.
It'll be a nice packed show, I think.
Yeah, I think it'll be a nice little, like, either way, the show's gonna be sick.
Right.
And then what happens after that, we'll see.
We'll see.
Hopefully, I'd love to keep playing now that we're gonna get back in the groove of things. But I think, like you said, it's just everybody has to be of the same mindset. To kind of keep it going. But yeah.
Very cool.
Speaking of jams, you want to add a song to the playlist?
Oh yeah.
So every week we've been adding a song to our Walking Blind playlist. It doesn't have to be metal, hardcore, or anything like that. Just what have you been jamming lately that we could throw on the playlist?
Okay. Well, I'd have to put like so you're asking me to choose one, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't have to be.
It could be any genre, anything that like makes you feel good that you've been jamming.
Okay. I honestly,
Yeah.
I'll be 100% transparent right now. I'm gonna put Lil Man J on there, dude. Lil Man J. So it's Lil Man J. We could do let's do At Me Now.
All right.
Yeah,
Sick.
hip hop.
Hell
It's
yeah.
like and I'll say this, man. The reason why I really fuck with that guy right now is like, I remember watching him like a year ago, and people were making fun of him on like Instagram and TikTok because how he looks, because he has like some disabilities,
Oh shit.
and
Okay.
he's like a rapper.
Yeah.
And his thing is about capping when he raps.
Right.
It's like making like talking about shit he doesn't do.
Yeah.
You know, but he kept to it, and now
I
he's
love
like
that.
he's actually like getting big and shit about it. So yeah, it's kind of like funny. You know, you laugh at it, and at the same time, it's like bumps in your car and shit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I've been bumping him and Seosin a lot lately.
Dude. Hell yeah.
Seosin's my all-time favorite band.
Yeah.
Yeah, any band in the world. Seosin with Cove probably be like my
Oh,
favorite.
you're a Cove
I
guy.
am.
Okay.
Yeah, the way he writes, I feel like he's just perfect for Seosin.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I feel like when Anthony Green came back, I'm like, you ruined my band, even though this was your band in the first place.
So how do you feel about them like splitting duties? Because like
I recently heard about that. I don't know where I've been living. I just saw under a rock, and I saw a video of them with Cove.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, what the fuck's going on? I think it's pretty cool. Why not?
It's kind of cool. Yeah.
If you could do it, because I really do feel like that band has two.
There's two bands. Almost.
Two eras.
There's
Yeah.
two sides almost.
Yeah.
There's the Anthony Green lovers and there's the Cove lovers. You know, all of them love Seosin in general.
Yeah.
But it's like, I feel like Anthony Green was like really good with Circa.
Oh,
You know, like Circa Survive and like those like the Sound of Animals Fighting, like the shit that he did with that.
Yeah.
Like, that was where he shines. Like, you know, but
I always loved Bo's guitar playing, but then I recently found out, because I'm not a huge Seosin fan, but I recently found out that Phil from Alsaybar Dying is also in Seosin, and them playing together. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude! Like this is just sick. So yeah, I've recently reignited my listening to Seosin.
that's cool.
Apparently they've been doing this since 2016.
Killer drummer, dude. Fucking
Yeah.
insane drummer.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't really even like respect it or notice it until I started playing drums. I'm like, I'm gonna put headphones on and play a Seosin song. Yeah, right.
Oh fuck.
I'm like, holy shit! I did not know he did all that. Like, oh my god.
Dude.
You know. But
Michael?
Oh man. So only just because it was recently on my mind, but our buddy Rick went and saw Me First in the Gimme Gimmes, which I don't think I asked him how the show even went. Yeah, it didn't.
I did.
What did he say?
He said the show was cool, but the opening bands were.
Me First in the Gimmes. Let's do. For anyone who doesn't know, Me First in Gimme Gimmes is basically like an all-star punk rock cover band. It's the actual members, they have a touring lineup, and then they have the members, but the members are Spike, the singer is the bass player from Swinging Utters. The bass player is Fat Mike, the singer and bass player from NoFX. The guitar player is Joey Cape from Lagwagon. He plays guitar. And then the lead guitar is, what's his name? Chris from Foo Fighters. And he was in Me First in the Gimme Gimmes, but now he's in Foo Fighters. And then Dave from Lagwagon. And they just do covers, and it's fucking awesome. I like, let's do End of the Road. Boys to Men cover. It's a fun one.
End of the Road reminds me like when you explain that band, and if you remember the International Superheroes. Of
Yeah.
Hardcore?
Yeah.
Remember that? It's like a super band. I like when bands do that. You know, when they do like a big old project together. Usually only goes for like a CD though. I've noticed.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, like one album and that's it.
It's like a good idea, and then
Doesn't take off the way they thought it would, kind of. You know.
I'm going to go. Mine's boring now compared to you guys's, but I've been on an inclination kick.
Oh, sick.
So I'm going to go Thoughts and Prayers.
Yeah. I was gonna say like a metal thing, you know, but I was like, being honest, I'm like, what have I been playing? I'm like, I haven't really been listening to like metal right now. Like I've been on a hip hop thing lately. Hip hop helps me write like lyrics because I'm originally a lyricist, and like I like have these side projects going on right now that I'm gonna start doing vocals for. So I'm pretty stoked on that. So I've been trying to get back into like the writing thing, and I for some reason every time I like listen to like hip hop or like old school like Ice Cube and stuff, my writing comes out.
Yeah.
You know, and so it's like I've been kind of digging into some hip hop.
I love it.
Same. I have like a little playlist of like my vocalists that give me different things.
Yeah, giving different ideas and freaking
Hell yeah.
It should be.
Actually, and then what Out of Chaos song would you like to add?
Oh, Out of Chaos song. Let's do Traders.
Cool.
I feel like Traders. It's a newer one that we did, and the message is cool. I like the message. You know, I was gonna say Ayo, but Traders is cool. So, yeah, that's cool. Thanks.
Yeah. We kind of one of those ideas we came up with like way late. We're like, oh, we should probably put the
Let bands plug themselves too.
let them play one of their songs.
Yeah.
So.
No, I just started doing that as I made a Ceasefire Productions Spotify account.
Cool.
And so like every show that I'm gonna book, I'm gonna like create a playlist, and like depending on like how far out the show is and how big it is, I'll like put like 2 tracks of each band, you know, and then like kind of mix them. Next week I'll like mix and put new songs on and stuff, but keep it just those bands.
Yeah.
And I'll call it
That's
like,
cool.
you know, April 12th, you know.
Dude, that's
I'm trying to do that, like different things, you
Yeah.
know. I've noticed the kids like that, like they'll literally like these new age kids will like ask like, oh, like what's the band name? Okay, I'm gonna go listen to them, and they go learn their shit like that day.
Yeah.
love
And
that.
go see them live, and they're
Love
like
that.
chanting on them, you know.
Love
Yeah.
that. Dude. Very cool.
Sick.
Trying to do that, utilize every platform. It just gets really hard sometimes.
Yeah, man. It's a lot.
Yeah, I forget about like for altogether that we had like a Twitter.
Oh shit, you have Twitter?
Yeah,
We have a
or-
TikTok.
we have a
But,
TikTok, which is like I remember half the time.
Just made the TikTok.
dude, in February, we're coming up on 2 years from the one TikTok video we did.
You have one TikTok
Really?
video?
2 years?
Nice.
Yep, in
You guys
February.
remember the info to get in?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Do you post to it or is it just all linked?
No, I post it.
Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah, I actually. It's funny you say that, but anyway, we have to talk.
Go. Well, speaking of socials, you want to plug the socials before we get out of here?
Yeah. I think so. Ceasefire Productions. It's at ceasefire.productions on every platform. I made sure that it was like all around through TikTok, YouTube, all that stuff.
Sick.
So yeah, Ceasefire Productions. Ceasefire. Stop the fighting.
Hell yeah.
Stop the bullshit.
Okay.
Put an end to like genre boycott, like gatekeeping. Like, you know, like I'm all about like the mix bills.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Shit, you know what I mean?
Cool.
That's kind of what I'm trying to do. It's like,
Dude, hell yeah.
hit me up if you want to play a show.
Sick.
Sick.
Thanks, guys.
Dude, thank you, man.
Yeah.
For us, at Walking Blind Pod everywhere, walkingblindpod@gmail.com if you guys want to send an email. Cool things on the way, guys.
Yeah, thank you everyone who's donated to the
Yeah.
fundraiser
Keep it
for
up.
Feels on Wheels. Yeah, anything helps.
Yeah.
Even if even just reposting whenever we
I was
post
just
it.
gonna say that.
Yeah.
Never know
Never know.
what a post does.
Dude. Yeah.
So.
Even if it's just telling your friends to donate $1.
Yeah.
Well, hey, imagine you got like 300 people on your friends list. Everyone donated $1. It actually does something.
Dude, that's
It
solid.
actually does. That's solid right there, bro. You know.
I like
So-
it.
If you see a bunch of anonymous ones in there,
It wasn't me.
it wasn't me.
Sweet. Well,
Great. Oh, man.
Dude, sick. Thank you so much for coming in, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you. Had a lot of fun.
finally,
man.
finally.
Thanks.
Finally.
Yes.
We love you guys. We'll see you guys soon.
So.
Peace.
Running back again.